Hi, and welcome to episode 7 of 12 of What is Wrong with My CV, because one size does not fit all. I'm Jackie Winston of New CV.
And I'm Julie Grimes of Jaguar White Recruitment. With 45 years of experience between us, we are both passionate about providing valuable advice to help you build a powerful CV that gets you noticed.
Today, we're going to discuss work history, what to include,
how to deal with extra information,
and what makes a good read.
First and foremost, the CV needs to show a work history in reverse, in chronological order. Showing months and years, it's really important to be honest about dates. It's very, very important to be succinct with no gaps. We will deal with gaps in episode 9, but it's safe to say there should not be any. Remember, the CV and LinkedIn profile dates must match, otherwise it raises doubts in the reader's mind.
I'm often asked how far back to go in date order and what to do with more historic jobs. My advice is to think about your reader and what they're actually trying to learn from your CV. They actually want to see evidence of how you fit their job description and that you are the type of person they need and that you have sufficient experience beyond functional items to add value. It's important not to include everything because everything could be far too much unless you've had a very short career and you're just at the beginning, and then everything probably is highly relevant. As a rough guide, we were talking about this earlier, is about what that cut-off point is, and it is quite difficult because one size does not fit all, does it not? But a rough guide would be 10 years-ish, depending on the length of your career. But there are a number of exceptions that we thought of, a couple of which are, if you've moved around a lot, it can be problematic going back 10 years. And also, if you've been in one job, one company for 10 years, it's too limiting. So it's something you would need to give some thought to. But in summary, the older jobs, you just list your job title, your employer, the location, and the dates in one line. That's all you need. And you can think about using LinkedIn as a great source of additional information for your more historic jobs.
Absolutely. And in the career section of your CV, it's not appropriate to cut and paste your current and old job descriptions and hope that this will do the job, because it won't, believe you me. Firstly, because it'll be too lengthy and it's very obvious that this is what you've done. I have to say, I have seen this many times, and one in particular in the last few weeks, they have cut and pasted the job description 4 times in their last 4 roles, and it's been one job description. It's definitely not appealing to the reader or hiring manager.
And yeah, I've seen it as well. Additionally, if you do that, it will be in the wrong tense, which is a huge bugbear of mine. I get CVs all the time which are full of job descriptions written in the conditional future tense, which is really obvious that they've cut and pasted it, and it's really lazy.
On this point, it is worth mentioning in your CV what to do about jobs where you may have projects. So rather than being a very lengthy CV with lots of project information, say for instance, if you're a project manager, if there's lots of details, I would summarise a couple of lines and project names and the main skills that you've actually demonstrated and worked on. Key skills and keywords, again, as we've mentioned before, are one of the same. With this in mind, write an Appendix A relating to that project and add the page on the details in a detail page, on a separate sheet straight after the CV. So it can still be part of the CV. However, you do need to keep your CV as a summary. So the information is still there for the reader at the end, but the document as a CV stays as a CV together, and it remains a marketing document for yourself, giving the reader your summary of skills and experience.
Yeah, I've actually dealt with a few project managers where that has been the problem. If they've worked on 3 projects a year for the last 25 years, the cut-off point be what the key skills were, and then also how not to make it like War and Peace. So yeah, great advice. The other thing for each role is to think about your reader again. Show them how you made a difference by having a subtitle under each role saying key achievements. And you're going to give evidence there of what those are. And we're going to cover this next time in detail, but it's just worth putting here because we're talking about work history. And in the work history, you need to make sure that that the reader can jump to the next one and go, yeah, I can see they made a difference. They did X, Y, Z. So we'll deal with that in episode 8.
Absolutely. And be thinking about your key achievements now ready if you're thinking about writing a CV, because it really is a marketing tool to support you. So in summary, today, be honest about your dates, no gaps. Talk to us if you struggle with this, because we can help with gaps. We really can. Keep the older information brief, as a recruiter wants to know more about what you've been doing recently. As Jack said, average 10 years, but one size does not fit all. Use a separate sheet for project-based roles that accompanies your CV, or any other information that you feel you want to add as necessary. Include key achievements under each role to show how you made a difference, and we're dealing with that definitely next time, because that's a good subject to cover. And use your LinkedIn profile to provide extra information, especially about historical roles, and use LinkedIn as an opportunity to really get this across where you can't always in your CV. Thank you.
That's it for this episode. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Next time, we're going to talk about key achievements, as Julie just said, what to include and why, and the options for where to actually put them in the CV, because that can also be one size does not fit all.
Thanks, Jack. And we hope you find this information useful, and see you next time on One Size Does Not Fit All. Bye.
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 Bye.